welcome to another monthly roundup, and this month is January, our first month of the new year, and it's been incredibly busy. We've done loads and loads of stuff. I've done loads of stuff. The people who are helping me around me have done loads of stuff. We relaunched the Academy at the beginning of the year, and we've had the most amazing response as always. We've taken on another oh gosh, I think there's about just short of 800 new members, which is incredible. All of those people are starting to become more creative, developing their work, maybe starting to think of building a creative business, and it's absolutely fantastic to be able to be helping and supporting all of these people through that. It's just wonderful. We've done all sorts of different things. I've got a list down here. In my writing, I probably won't even be able to read it, but I've got a list. I started my next big tutorial, which honestly, I am really excited about. It's a wolf. It's 50 by 35 centimeters, so it's big. It's half a sheet of pastel mat. For colour pencil, you know, and I'm doing the background and everything, that is quite a big piece. The brilliant thing about this tutorial is that I'm only using colored pencils. So I'm not bringing in any indenting methods or OMS or anything. I don't use pastels or pan pastels anyway, but I'm not using anything other than my pencils and my kneadable eraser. I'm not using a slice tool, not doing anything like that. So it's purely pencil work. It's huge. It's complicated. The reason it's complicated is because of all of the different fur types that are in a wolf. So you've got fluffy ears, you've then got a much smoother nose, you've then got different fluffy around the neck area. And then we've got the background as well. So I've got that going on. I've got probably a third of it done, which I need to get my finger out. We've got the wolf done. We finished the ear. We started and finished a human ear in Art Club. Quite funny actually. So I started it with the intention of using probably about 15 colours, something like that. And I was going to do it as my normal kind of tutorial. So, you know, we draw it and we, you know, we pick up all of the colours and we do it sort of step by step. Initially, there's method, well, there isn't method in my madness in this. Initially, I'd sized it on in Photoshop. I hadn't got my tape measure. I was thinking, oh yeah, that'll be fine. Well, this ear was like this big. It was huge. It was absolutely huge. And the morning of the art club when we first started, I printed it out and I was like, flipping heck, that's massive. It's like a big elephant ear. And I was like, oh gosh, we can't draw it this size. So I reduced it and I said, I'm so sorry, everybody, we're gonna have to reduce it. So it was kind of ear size. Well, what a brilliant session that was. It took us 2 weeks. We ended up using 3 pencils. Well, the first week we used 2 pencils. We used the Warm Earth 40 and in the luminance range, and we used Mars Black in the light fast range. And then the following week we brought a little bit of yellows and pinks and blues and stuff in, so it was just more about glazing the colour in over the top. But the first week was all about values and just using one pencil really to get all of those values in. And when you're looking at a human ear, there's lots of sort of dips and curves and roundy bits, and it was really fun. And the subjects that have come through are just, the results are brilliant. So we did that over 2 weeks, which was really fun. We just started last week we started our new art club piece, a big piece. It's probably going to take about 8 or 9 weeks, I think, bearing in mind we draw for 2 weeks on a Tuesday. I had the biggest amount of members join me last Tuesday as well. I think we had about 140 people drawing live in the art club, which is amazing. And we're drawing a Cavalier King Charles. It's a beautiful little dog. We've done the eyes, and tomorrow we're then going to be starting on the fur, which we're using drafting film, so we're going to be using a lot of subtraction techniques, Tombow eraser, slice tool, that kind of thing. So that's really exciting. And I think a subject like that in Art Club, where we're all drawing together, it allows people to really ask those questions that if you're in a tutorial and you're just following a tutorial, you know, you might email and you say, oh, I'm struggling with this, that and the other. But if you're drawing live, you really do have that opportunity to ask these questions, you know, if you're struggling with something. So that's amazing, doing that. I had the most fantastic business drop-in session last week. So, and I've also done quite a few different podcasts as well recently. One of the podcasts I put out was around limiting beliefs. And we all have limiting beliefs. Whatever it is that we do, we all have these beliefs that we have either believed since childhood or we've picked up along the way that basically stops us from doing things. And one of my main limiting beliefs has been in the past that my face doesn't fit the norm in social media. You have to look a certain way on social media. And of course, that's complete and utter rubbish. So this month's business drop-in was around how to build your confidence in showing your face on social media. When you're building your business, it's really, really important to be able to show your face, but show it authentically. Not trying to be something you're not feeling you have to get all dressed up and glamorous and coiffed and all of that kind of thing. You really don't. So that was really good. So I shared some tips on, you know, making yourself feel comfortable. And the interesting thing was that, and people were doing this in the session. We had quite a few people in the session. What makes me feel really comfortable, like I could almost say anything and do anything, is if I've got an animal on my knee. So either a dog's head, one of the big dogs, I could just have their head there and stroke them. I feel more comfortable. I feel more at home. I could have little Dora on my knee, you know, and then kind of stroking her. Again, that stroking, it puts you in that lovely place. Cat, something like that. And so many of my members are sitting there when we do these sessions with a cat or a dog, or, you know, and it makes us feel so much more comfortable. If you're struggling to put your face on social media and you really want to show your face on social media, my biggest suggestion to get yourself started is to take a selfie with your dog, if you've got a dog, or your cat or your horse. It then becomes much nicer and much easier to share as well. So we did that on the session, which was great. And then our confidence session in the Ignite membership was all around goal setting for 2023. And I think I freaked everybody out. I do slides and stuff, and then we kind of discuss things, but I said, right, and I put the SMART goals down, you know, specific, measurable, all that kind of stuff. And I could see people's eyes going, oh, you know, and I was like, that is what you get. If you're in a corporate setting, that is what you would be looking at, these SMART goals. Well, I don't set goals like that. I mean, obviously, we need to have them specific and measurable and everything. But I set my goals using formulas that are much more, they're much more creative, you know. So I use an awful lot of writing in the past tense as if I've actually hit a goal, as if I've actually got to the point where it's happened and I'm really excited about it. I found that really, really, really useful. Our brain doesn't really know what's real and what's not. Well, it doesn't know what's real and what's not, you know. So if you continually tell it something that you write in the past tense as if you've actually done it, you can actually start to believe that it's happened. We all know that works, you know. I'll go for a dog walk and I'll start telling myself stories about things. I'll have a dream. You'll wake up in the middle of that famous Friends episode where poor, is it? I think it's Ross, and he's in trouble because Phoebe's had a dream. And she's like really cross with him because she's had this dream about Ross, and it could be completely not true, but her mind has made it seem as if it's true. So that's what we were talking about in our confidence session, which was amazing. Creating plans for 2023, which, you know, plans are fantastic. We need to set plans, we need to set goals, but we don't want to be rigid. We don't want to end up thinking, oh, I haven't got my, you know, I haven't reached my goal or anything. That they're flexible. We can move things around and they're very fluid. So I've also done a thing. Oh, it was very exciting. I was asked to be on one of my business idols, James Wedmore, invited me to be what was it? It was on his Business by Design live session that he ran over 3 days. And I was asked to be the on the building the social media platform. I'm just trying to think of the actual word that it was, but I was sort of like the expert in building social numbers, building social channels. And that was an absolute honour to be on that. It really, really was fantastic. You know, a bit scary sitting there sitting there in my studio. You see my dogs behind, and then I'm on with these two other guys who look so professional, and they've got their head and shoulders, and they're playing background, and I've got my little chair and a dog here and a dog there. But I've had such lovely feedback about it. I think, again, you know, just going on and going, you know, yeah, I have grown my social media. You know, it's not bad sizes at all, and I have grown my business amazingly in the last 16 months. It's been fantastic. And sitting there just being a normally me, you know, sharing that story. I've had so many people message me and just say, you know, it was just so nice to see somebody talking about that. The other guys were amazing. They really, really were. I was sitting there and one of them had a presentation. I was like, oh my God, he's got a presentation. He looks so professional. He really knows what he's talking about. And there's me sat there with my dogs. So that was funny. And then I have invested again in myself and my business, in taking on a next level business program, which I'm really, really excited. A lot of coaching, a lot of group work, really taking my business to the next level. This is something that I like to do a lot. I've always invested in me, and and in my business as well, always done that. I think for me, having these goals to set myself is incredibly important, and I want to be able to sort of take my business further and further. We had the most lovely meeting, and I met the lovely Emma from IDAS, the Independent Domestic Abuse Services, which was so nice to meet her. And I'm wanting to do quite a few things for the charity this year. I contribute on a regular basis. I donate on a regular basis. So I donated for their big Christmas giveaway, which enabled them to, I think I think it was 17,000 that they were able to make in a month, something like that, with donations, and then they had it doubled or something. So that was really brilliant to be a part of that. And then I have a monthly donation that I give to them anyway. And this year we're looking to do an auction. So we need to, keep your eyes peeled about that. We're looking at that at the moment, how we're going to run that and how it's going to, where it's going to be held and all of that kind of thing. Raising money purely for the Independent Domestic Abuse Services, which is based in York, so it's very close to me and obviously very close to my heart. And so that's going to be amazing. An auction of all of the pieces that are sat in my drawers in my studio, that I work on, and then I don't really sell. Sometimes I sell my pieces, but I don't do a big hard sell on selling my pieces. So this is going to be a really, really fantastic opportunity to be able to people to be able to buy my pieces for a really good cause. And then the other thing that I'm going to be doing as well is I will be having, I think we've decided to do 5 for the moment, scholarships. So 5 scholarships to the Academy that the charity will choose the people. So the people who have internet connection and who have a want to do art. These are people who have had to leave their homes and go into secure housing, all of that kind of thing. They will have the opportunity to, they'll have a full year's membership. And I'm also supplying all of the equipment. So all of the pencils, all of the paper, all of the tools. They'll just get a whole package so they'll be able to be creative and join in if they wish to, which that for me is really, really exciting. Thinking that you've had to leave your home, you've had to get away from your home. If you've got children or if you're on your own, anybody who has to leave their home because of domestic violence it's horrific. It's absolutely horrific. And if I can do a little tiny bit to help somebody feel a little bit better about things, then that's wonderful. And you know, the other thing as well is creativity is so brilliant for disappearing. You know, the world is scary, and if you can get into that mindset every now and again, even if it's just for 5 minutes, it's wonderful just to disappear from all of the horror that's going around. So I'm very, very excited about that. Oh, I'm going to start coughing now. And then I think that's about it. We had to update my poor old Mac this year. It's basically been on for 7 years. I bought it in 2017, on for 6 years. In 2017, I bought it, and it works so hard. It's all day, every day. It's working, it's doing something. And the poor thing just started to really just give up the ghost. So I've had to invest in a new Mac, which is really exciting, but it's a bit disconcerting because the new screens, the new Apple screens, they have this wide screen thing and they follow you around. So if I move over here, the screen moves over here, it moves over here, and I'm like, what's happening? If the dog moves, the screen moves. So it's all a little bit woo. But it means that I can do my work a little bit quicker. It's quite a speedy one. So that's, you know, that's pretty good. One of the things that I'm hoping to do in 2023 is to completely reimagine, redo all of my studio equipment, camera, lighting, how I record my podcasts, microphones. As I've got it at the moment, it is great. But actually it's not the best quality, and I want to kind of have a look at updating all of that equipment where I can. My little camera is not so bad, but you know, I need to get some proper studio lighting. I need to get a microphone that really does cut out any noise around me. I don't want to get a recording studio. I did think about a recording studio, but you just have to sit in this sort of very claustrophobic space, and it's not something I want to do. So yeah, so that's a big goal for 2023. We are about to launch our Ignite members' first exhibition, which is very exciting, on the 1st of February. We're going to be sending links and everything like that. That's part of the Academy now, having an exhibition every 3 months. And we've got all sorts of new things coming in the Academy as well. Again, really, really exciting. So I've got some new courses that I've just had a day's planning session today for 2023. We've been looking at some new courses that I'm really excited about. I know I mentioned before about some marketing stuff and also a mastermind. They're still, I'm kind of really mulling over how I'm going to work those and how they're going to appear and how we're going to offer them. But yeah, some really, really exciting things. So yeah, so that's about it really. Brilliant month. Work-wise, I've had some slowed down a little bit due to sort of some family bits and pieces, but yeah, it's been super busy again, and yeah, looking forward to doing lots and lots and lots of drawing in February, which is my happy place. It's where I need to go. It's what I need to do to recuperate and refresh and regenerate. So my opportunity, I guess, to say I don't know whether I said a happy new year, but a happy new year anyway, even though it's the end of January. Really looking forward to 2023 and what's coming up, and I'll see you all very soon.